guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first Christmas DIY of 2018. Now I want to make a DIY series where I try to cover as many styles as I can, so some of my DIYs will strictly be just to help others, and other DIYs will actually be in my house and you'll see them in my Christmas home tour. Today's DIY is definitely one of those that you will see again in my home tour. I absolutely love this. And this can be made with all Dollar Tree supplies. Now, I have to admit, I am feeling so under the weather. My normal area where I DIY is a complete disaster, and I really wasn't feeling like doing a DIY, but I didn't want to fall behind. So today's video is a little bit janky, I'm not gonna lie. I promise to only get better in my future DIY, so hopefully this one is cute enough that you'll give me a pass. So enough rambling, let's get into this one. You are going to need these incense holder sticks. They look like this, and you need 2 of those. You're going to need some greenery. This pick is from Dollar Tree. You're gonna need some twine. This is from Dollar Tree. A ribbon, you can get some at Dollar Tree, but this is from Hobby Lobby. I'm using furniture scratch markers from Dollar Tree. You could use paint, or this step is actually optional. And then last, you're going to need some skewers. I already have these on hand, but you can find these sometimes in the kitchen section at Dollar Tree. Otherwise, you can always find these at Walmart or whatever grocery store you go to. All right, you guys, so I took the middle color out of this furniture marker set, and I am just going to draw on these skewers. This marker is actually meant for wood, and it dries really quick. Of course, you could just paint, or if you like the color of the natural wood, you can do that. But this is a quick and easy way and a quick dry way to change the color of these. And this color actually perfectly matches the incense holders that we're using. It'll look like it is a set. So let me show you that. Here's the incense holder and the stick, and they're not the exact same color, but close enough, and it looks like a kind of like a vintage ski set. Okay, so now I am going to just cut a little tiny bit of the twine, and I'm making a loop. A lot of times ski poles have a loop on the end, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a skier. I actually used to snowboard, so and amateurly, not like I wasn't good or anything. So I'm just taking a dab of hot glue. I put a little bit too much, but that's okay. And I'm going to carefully attach this to the end, and try not to burn yourself. It's very easy to do with hot glue, and just let that dry. So you're going to have a little loop like this. While that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and cut another small piece. Just a few inches is all you need. And I'm going to put another dab of hot glue at the tip, right at the very tip, if you can see there. And I am going to put one end of my twine in it and let that dry. So once this is dry, you'll have a loop, and then you have your string that is loose here, and you're going to, it doesn't matter which side of the skewer you put your line of glue on, but you're going to put a line of glue down the skewer, and you are going to start wrapping all the way around. This is going to give it a little bit more of a finished look, a more authentic, realistic look. And if you run out of twine, you can always just clip it and start with a new piece. When you're done, you should end up with something that looks like this. I went ahead and made my other one, and so now we have 2 ski poles or ski rods. And if you wanted to take it a step further, you could put a little washer around the bottom. I considered doing that, but I didn't have 2 of the same size, so I'm just going to leave them like this. So now we're moving on to the actual skis, and this is what the incense holder will look like. It hangs up in the candle aisle. So they're not the exact same, as you can see. One's actually a little bit longer than the other. So if there's any way for you in store to find two that look really similar and are the same length, that would be ideal. But I didn't feel like going out and getting new ones, so I'm just gonna work with what I have. And I kind of like the look of them crisscrossed like this. And so I think I will go ahead and glue them down with some hot glue like that. Okay, so this has pretty much dried, and I think now I'm going to glue these on. I'm just gonna lay this across. And I'm going to offset these a little bit just so that, you know, you can see the full detail of both of them. So I'll probably glue this one down a little bit further. And this is where we're at so far. Okay, so now I have this ribbon. This is just from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to just tie a makeshift bow just to use as kind of like a place marker. I'm gonna go in and glue down my greenery, but I want to be able to put a bow on top to make sure that the greenery looks good and all that. So this is roughly the size that I want my bow, so I'll use that for measure. And then I have some of this greenery clipped. This stuff here came off of the pick from Dollar Tree. And these are some leftover eucalyptus leaves that came from my fall decor, but they came off of a huge stem from Walmart. And I just want to kind of lay these out and see maybe how I want them. I plan on using a lot of eucalyptus this year in my decor, so that's why I wanted to incorporate some on here. I have it kind of laid out in a way that I think I might like it, and then gonna lay the bow on top and see if that works, and I think it does, so I'm gonna go ahead and just glue these all down. Okay, so now I have created just a simple bow. I'm not very good at making bows, but that's all right. It kind of just adds to the rustic charm. We'll go with that. And then I'm just going to kind of go ahead and glue this down here in the center in the way that I want it. So this is technically off-centered, so remember that when you're going to glue your bow down, that you glue it centered with how it's off-centered. And just a dab of hot glue. So here's how it turned out. I hope you guys like it. I think it's very vintage, kind of farmhouse looking, and I'm definitely going to be putting this on a wreath on my front door. So that is all it takes to create this DIY. I think this would be adorable on a wreath. You could use it as a door hanger, or I may even make a couple more and use them as large statement ornaments on my Christmas tree. And I hope you enjoyed this DIY. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more DIYs to come this Christmas season, and I will see you back in a future video. Bye guys.